More strong. No holes. Using the cups to save material. Gonna also throw some more styrofoam in there, the peanuts, to conserve space for my soil. So I don't have a lot of soil and a lot of supplies. I have to just be efficient. On top of those styrofoams that come out there, fill around the outside of the cup, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some rock in there now to help with the drainage, because there's no holes in the bottom of my can. And that'll hold down the styrofoam. Good. That'll give it some weight so it doesn't tip over. And okay, so we got the rock, we got the styrofoam, we got plenty of room for overwatering. The soil will be up here. If you overwater, it could sit at the bottom and not leak out. Okay, we're going to throw some soil. I've already mixed up some custom soil here. It's got a little honey in it, cocoa husk, the husk of the coconut, to help retain water. It's got some of my own organic soil and some perlite, the white perlite, a few other things. So now let's put some soil on top of our can here. Okay. I don't want to pack it down too tight. I just want to leave it nice and loose there. Okay. Not too much water retaining material for the cocoa here. I want this to stay kind of dry. You never want it to be very wet, because it'll surely kill your succulents and dry them out or rot the roots. Okay, I'm going to get some more rock real quick. Alright, got some rocks that I've actually had acquired all these rocks for free from my neighbor behind my house. Was changing their roof, and they used to have the old rock roof on there, and they wanted to know where to throw all their rock away, and I told them to throw it in my driveway, and I made 2 really nice rock gardens out of all this stuff, and that's another video. So we get the rock on here. Okay, I am going to spray the rock down a little bit in the soil, let it get moist under it. My soil's already not real wet, but as wet as you might need it for cactus or succulents. So you don't want too much water on there at all. Okay. Now I've got some plants that a friend of mine really likes, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick them in here. And another thing you could do is you could take some honey and you can apply some, I like to wet the root a little first, but you could apply some honey to the root end, and that helps it to grow the roots faster, from what I've learned on the YouTube. You know, I don't know. Okay, so there. I'm just gonna make a hole with the pencil here. Well, not a pencil, because this one is a root that goes kind of sideways. So I'm gonna just get it in there like that. And that's good for that one. Okay. We've got these really cool little rosettes here. Really nice. And you want to make sure the bottom has a good callus on it and that it's not wet. Because if you put these in when they're wet, it'll just rot and it won't grow. It's also got some air roots on there that just fell off, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get this in there near where the air roots were with a little honey on that again on the bottom. Okay. And the best thing in caring for your succulents is rejection, you know. You just want to be like somebody who never calls you back, like somebody who rejects you. You want to reject these things and not do a thing with them. And that's how they're going to grow best. Water them maybe once every 2 weeks or so, and contingent on if you're in an air-conditioned office or building or not. This is a baby jade I'm going to put in there. It grows big, but it's called a baby jade. We'll go ahead and put a little honey on the tip of that. Don't want this video too long. Okay, stick that over here. Alright. And this is when if I'm going to push the soil down at all, I usually do it after I get a couple plants in there. And since this is for a friend of mine who I gave this aloe vera to in a little styrofoam cup that's now in the bottom here, unfortunately I forgot, but I got to put this in here now. So, and this is already rooted pretty good. It's doubled in size. I gave it to him really small, and it's grown a good 1.5 inches in a short time. Gonna make sure we get those roots in there. Just work it in there. Put the rocks around it. It'll look fine. Turn it over there because I didn't really balance it too well. But nevertheless, that's about it. You'll finish throwing your rocks back on there, and boom, there you go. The guy at the corner store, he had a bunch of these cans, and he had given me one. This is the one he gave me, and now I'm giving it back to him. Yeah, and just make sure you give it a good last squirt. I like to squirt it right on the plants so that honey can get dissolved by the water. But again, the soil is plenty wet, and this stuff will root just fine. Remember, don't overwater it. Never use more than like a shot glass to water this size pot. Alright. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay.